Did you know that there are 11 seemingly healthy foods that actually can cause acne and are bad for your skin? In this video, we're gonna go through all those so that you can know exactly what to avoid. If you've never seen my channel before, my name is Brian Turner. I used to have extremely bad acne, cystic acne all over my face. I've been able to figure it out, and I hope that in my channel and in my videos, I can help you do the same thing. So stick around. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so I found this article on a website called All Women's Talk that is called 11 Seemingly Healthy Foods That Can Cause Acne and Bad Skin. I thought this was super interesting, and I wanted to go through this list and see if there's any relevance to this, because you and I both know people love to talk about acne. They know it's a clickbait word that people are going to come into, but when people spread bad information just to get a click on their website, it pisses me off. So hopefully this is good advice. Let's go through this list. Okay, so the first one on her list says salsa. Kind of weird. Salsa is one of my favorite foods. It's also one of the top foods that can cause acne. Salsa contains so many healthy ingredients and is virtually calorie-free in my book. It is a good source of fiber due to the abundance of veggies. Yet salsa is also acidic since it contains tomato and vinegar, two ingredients that tend to break out skin if eaten regularly or in large quantities. Tomatoes are one of my favorite soup foods. Okay. So number one, I tend to disagree with this. She's saying that it's very acidic and vinegar is really bad for your skin. But at the same time, I think you and I both know a lot of people have used apple cider vinegar either on their face topically or orally, and it's helped improve their acne. So this one doesn't really seem like it's based off of science. And also salsa, it's not really a specific ingredient. There's a lot in salsa. I would say no. I would say no on number one. Let's jump to number two. Number two is Greek yogurt, all right? Who doesn't love Greek yogurt, right? I know I can't live without the stuff in my fridge. Greek yogurt's full of all the stuff. Dairy, no matter how healthy, can cause breakouts in certain individuals, and it all relates to hormones in the body. Okay. So number two, I agree with. There's a scientific study called Dietary Intervention in Acne where they actually break down exactly what happens metabolically in the body that causes acne from dairy. And it's science. It's 100% proven. It increases something in your body called mTOR, which then increases the amount of oil that you produce. And if you're prone to acne, that increases the amount of acne you have. So dairy is definitely something that you should stay away from if you are prone to having acne. Some people react to dairy worse than others, which is why some people will say like, oh, I don't really ever see a difference with dairy. Okay, but if you had a ton of dairy, you would definitely notice it. And other people, like me, 1/2 of a serving. I could have a couple spoonfuls of Greek yogurt and I would absolutely break out the next day. So number two on her list, all right, I agree. Number three is kelp. It's kind of a weird one to even mention. She says kelp, along with all sea veggies, is a rich source of iodine, and iodine is important for healthy thyroid function. Seaweed can actually be some of the best food for having clear skin, and when you have too much of a potent source of iodine, it can cause acne to flare up. Interesting. Okay, so with this one, I can maybe give her the benefit of the doubt here. There's no studies that say that iodine causes acne. And it's really not like a huge topic that's like, if you punch it in, people are like, oh yeah, iodine has just made me break out like crazy. I don't know. I've never noticed personally with my own skin or my own acne that iodine has made my acne worse. Iodine is great for thyroid function. It is great for overall immune function. And it is something that we should have in our diets every single day. But yeah, I'll just put this on the maybe column because I would need to do more research into this. Number four, she says shrimp. Okay, let's see what she says about this. Shellfish is one of the most allergic types of food that most people don't realize they are even sensitive to. Shrimp, crab, and other sources of shellfish can cause acne if you're sensitive to shellfish allergens. Okay, yeah, this one I can definitely agree with. Food allergies are a huge cause of acne, and everybody has different foods that they are allergic to. And even the most benign, weird thing that you're like, what? Who could be allergic to that? Somebody is allergic to that. There are people who are allergic to water. Not kidding you. It's freaking crazy the amount of things that the body can become allergic to, and you are always changing too. Sometimes you might be able to eat this one thing for years and years, and then all of a sudden you're allergic to soy or you're allergic to nuts. So shrimp and sea fish in general is, like she's saying, something that is pretty high up on the allergy list where a lot of people suffer from allergies from it. So yeah, I could definitely agree with that one. That could definitely cause people to break out if they're allergic to it. Okay, number five, whole wheat bread. Interesting. She says here, gluten is the protein developed in wheat, and gluten's problem has to do with the effect on our guts, which can cause acne flare-ups. What most people don't know is that all acne is a sign of gut inflammation. Okay, so let's break that down. I disagree agree that all acne is a sign of gut inflammation, although gut inflammation can cause something called leaky gut syndrome, which I've made a video about before, and that definitely is a cause of acne. Basically, your gut, your intestines can't handle all of what it's processing. It's very inflamed. There becomes these very small holes in the lining of your gut, and toxicity can leak out into your bloodstream, and then your body is just over encumbered with toxins, and it has to release it somewhere. And one of the places it releases is through your skin, and that's why some people who have leaky gut syndrome have a lot of acne. It's something that I personally went through. It's not fun, but it's not the only reason people would have acne. That's something that I really don't like that she said that. There are so many reasons, hormonal reasons, just genetic predispositions, food, all sorts of different things. Now, that being said, this one definitely makes sense. This kind of goes along with the previous one where people have food allergies, and for some people, people are gluten intolerant or completely have celiac disease, and there are a lot of manifestations of that when they eat gluten. And for some people, that comes out as acne. So this is another one that, yes, it definitely could make sense if it's something that you personally are having trouble with. All right, let's keep going down the list. Number 6 is strawberries. Now, this is a weird one again. It's like, I don't know. I adore strawberries and all berries for that matter. Strawberries are one of the best sources of vitamin C, and though vitamin C is touted as preventing wrinkles and enhancing the skin, it can also cause breakouts for certain individuals. Strawberries also are very acidic, and with that can cause flare-ups in the skin if you're sensitive to breakouts, especially around your mouth and nose. I disagree. I disagree again. Okay, first off, she said mouth and nose. I feel like that's kind of weird that she's saying that acne is going to happen in a specific zone of your face based off of the food that you're eating or the vitamins that you're intaking. Second off, vitamin C has tons of research about it when it comes to acne and skin health. Like she's saying, it's extremely well touted as something that's great for wrinkles and acne scarring, elastin, collagen regrowth, all of that stuff. Vitamin C is a miracle. It's a really great ingredient that's in a lot of skincare. But there, as far as I know, because I've looked into vitamin C really hard, there are no studies that show that vitamin C causes acne. So I'd have to push back on that a little bit. When she says acidity from strawberries can cause acne, I would again disagree because I don't see any reason that would happen. Your body is extremely good at fighting acid, basically bringing your body back to the right pH balance. And so even if you drink a bunch of citric acid juice or eat a bunch of acidic pineapple or something like that, your body is not going to let you just walk around all day just sitting there super acidic. It's going to bring you right back down to your normal pH balance. So this one I disagree with. All right, number 7, she's got peanut butter here. Let's see what she says. Peanut butter is one of my favorite foods, yet it also causes acne for a lot of people. This can be a variety of reasons depending on your situation. For some, the natural oils and fats can clog pores and lead to breakouts. For others, it can be as simple as the natural allergens in peanuts that promote inflammation, gout, and acne in sensitive individuals. Okay, so with the first one, she says the oils and fats in it can cause acne. I can agree with that for sure, but she says that it can clog your pores. It's not necessarily that the peanut butter oils are going to clog your pores. It's more so, going back to that study I was talking about, the dietary intervention in acne, they found that if you eat a large amount of fat, if you have high fat diet, you can actually cause your body to produce more oil. And again, if you're predisposed to having that oil production turn into clogged pores, then that can manifest as acne. As far as the allergen thing goes, that makes sense. That's what I thought she was going to go with. People get nut allergies all the time. People's reactions to food allergies sometimes manifest as acne. And so this one I would agree with. Again, though, not for every single person. It's something that you would have to try out yourself and see if peanut butter screws you with your face and your skin. Number 8, she's got milk right here. And I would assume this pretty much has to do the same kind of reasoning as the Greek yogurt. Much like Greek yogurt, milk is another food that can cause acne. Yep. I don't even need to read the rest of it. Number 8 totally makes sense. I 100% agree for all the same reasons that I said in the Greek yogurt one. Number 9, she's got spinach as number 9. She says spinach might be one of the healthiest foods around. It's loaded with all sorts of important nutrients, including potassium, calcium, and iron, while also being low in fat. However, spinach can also contain hefty doses of iodine, a nutrient that you only need in trace amounts. Okay, so number 9, spinach. She's saying this for the same reason as earlier with the seaweed and the kelp. Basically, too much iodine can cause acne is what she's saying. I'm gonna have to look into this one because this is one that she's heavily leaning into. Number 10, she says seafood. So I feel like she just ran out of things on this list because isn't this the same as the shrimp one where we talked about seafood? Okay, let's move on. And finally, number 11, she has nuts. So again, I feel like she ran out of stuff. I feel like she had the number 11 in her brain and she was like, I need to get to 11. So nuts is gonna be the same. I'm not even gonna read it. Nuts is gonna be the same reason as peanut butter. Peanut butter is just smashed nuts, right? Like it's the same. It's the same as nuts, okay? If you have allergies to nuts, if you develop allergies to nuts, then nuts are going to screw with your face if you're predisposed to having acne. Okay, so overall, I would give this list maybe a 7 out of 10. I feel like it's useful. It's got some pretty good information in there. Some of them are spot on, right? Of course, like nuts and dairy, I think, boom, yes. A lot of people who don't know this should know this. And after this article, they can probably look into it more and find out the huge amount of content that's on the internet backing up that these things really do cause acne. But other ones, I feel like she just kind of personally feels like it causes acne. I think you'd be hard pressed to find actual scientific studies or data that backs up some of these claims, but that makes sense to me. You know, sometimes people are just talking about their own experience. I do it all the time, so I can't blame anybody for just giving their own personal experience. And then of course, as you saw, there was some repeats because I feel like she was just trying to get to 11. I feel like 11 is a sexy number for some reason, and she was just like, let's get that 11, baby. So there we go. I really, really love reading acne content or watching acne videos because sometimes I think people are doing it just because they know it's going to bring in views and garner more clicks, but I think sometimes it comes from a really good place, and I think there is some really good information. So I want to break down articles like this so that you can go through this with the same critical mindset and realize that there is some really good information, but also be skeptical when you read stuff that you think doesn't quite make sense, so that you don't change your life and your lifestyle for something that literally has no impact on your acne, and for the rest of your life you're sitting there thinking like, oh no, I can't have seaweed, like I can never have sushi again because seaweed is really bad for you, things like that. I want you to be able to understand that not everything everyone says on the internet is true. Even what I say, you should go and research and back up with your own knowledge. That being said, if you are dealing with acne and you're trying to figure out the right plan to get rid of your acne, I have made it simple for you. I've worked on an acne program for literally over a year. It's now out. It's called the Acne Method. It's 10 steps that take 10 weeks and it's only $10. And by the end of it, you'll be able to figure out what it is that you need to change, and you can have a battle plan to get rid of your acne. So many people have been able to transform their skin by following the Acne Method. So if you want to do the same thing, check out theacnemethod.com. Get the entire bundle. It's a huge value. It's absolutely worth your time and your money. You're going to be stoked that you did. And with that, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about these in the comments below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you sexy people in the next video. Remember, you are not alone, you are beautiful, and you're part of Team Acne. Peace.